Okay, so tonight we'll start with some body changes. And I'm going to share my screen, but I don't know how much it's going to limit me as far as the recording later and what I can show. So I'm going to probably just show the front screens of everything, which should be things that most people can see. So let me share the screen really quick. If you don't know, BOD is converting into BODi. They're becoming one platform, and today was the first installment of those changes. And our screens look different. So if your BODi does not look different yet, then you just need to log out, log back in, uninstall, reinstall, whatever you're on. And it should look like this. So one of the things I'm super excited about, which I think will help everybody, is our nutrition is now streamlined. So anything nutrition is under this nutrition tab. So your Shakeology, it talks about nutrition supplements. It talks about portion fix, to be mindset. Now, this does not include gut protocol in here. This is like the main nutrition. Gut protocol is its own program and a separate purchase. So that will be still in its own tile under the programs. But this is like the general nutrition information that everyone gets when they have BODi. And as we were saying before I started recording, y'all need BODi. So, there's no, okay, what tile is that under? Like all the recipes are in here. When you're into the basics, it even leads you to the recipes. So the classes are now, I think I'm just going off a guess because I'm not going to go in here because once we go into here, it's more, it's the paid information. I want to say there was 5 videos. There's like 3 basic videos. There was a video about food lists and containers, and then there was a what's next type video. So I think there's like 5 videos total in both portion fix and to be mindset. So if you've been with, what'd you say, Lily?
Yeah.
Did you say, oh, you didn't say anything? Sorry. I thought I heard something. So if you previously have, all of us on this call have likely gone through the video stuff. Oh, Mariana, do you have a question? Yeah, go for it.
I do. And you can tell me if you're like, oh, I'm going to get to that. So if you just have BOD.
Yeah.
And you don't have BODi and there becomes an integration, what does that mean? And then also the next thing I'm sure that our friends who are watching the replay are curious about, what does that mean in terms of pricing? Because normally I pay for a year.
Right. So if you have BOD and you only ever bought just a BOD subscription, then this tile, parts of it could be locked because you never received portion fix or to be mindset. If you bought BOD in a total solution pack or way back when in a challenge pack, then you should have access to the portion fix and to be mindset. Now I have not confirmed that, but that's how we've always had this understanding, is that if you got the total solution pack, you also got the basic nutrition programs.
Well, I had purchased both portion fix and to be.
Yeah.
So I do have that on my BOD. Are they offering a discount for people that want to purchase BODi in addition to BOD? Sue's
yeah. So what's happening right now? So let's say you're a BOD subscriber and you're like, okay, I'm ready to get on board with this BODi train before my renewal. What you can do is there's a button in your account where under memberships and subscriptions, and it will say adding upgrade to BODi or add BODi. And it will then prorate your BOD time left, which is roughly $9.95 a month. Prorate it off of that $179, and your year will start over from the time you make that purchase. So you will have a year of BODi for $179 minus whatever amount you had left in your BOD. Does that make sense?
Oh, and so BODi and BOD are together, and the yearly price for those two is $179.
Correct. So after March 1st, it's just BODi. It includes everything from BOD. You still have all your programs. You still have everything you ever had in BOD. But after March 1st, if you're on BOD and BODi, if you're already subscribed to both, you have access to this new platform that is just BODi. And Timber's really excited about it. She's like, this is amazing, you guys. It's amazing.
Okay.
And so but for the next year, if you just stay on BOD, you can do that. You can just stay on BOD until your renewal. If your renewal happens after March 1st of this year, you are essentially getting both after that for the 179. Your renewal will no longer be 119, it will be 179.
Oh.
Make sense?
Yes, that does. My renewal is April.
So
So
you could do it right now, or you could wait till April. You're going to get like 10 bucks off or maybe 20 bucks off, depending on, I don't know.
And then it would move the renewal to February instead of April.
Correct. It would start your year from your time of purchase. Yeah. Cause it's like it gets rid of your old subscription and starts you on a new one. Okay.
Got it. Okay. That's really helpful. Thank you. So got it. I'm here now. This is awesome. I've entered the chat. Thanks.
And, you know, and I know like there's been a lot of misconceptions going on about BODi. Like so many people are be like, well, I don't have a bike. Well, the majority of BODi doesn't involve a bike. So you're good. Because I know when BODi came out, it was around the same time we bought Mix, right? And all of that kind of came together. And there are a lot of cycling classes, but there are even more non-cycling classes. So I think we've all, like, I think the thing I feel the most from the BODi classes is it feels new and fresh every day. And it's like that gym feeling when you'd go hang out with your favorite trainer at the gym and they'd have a kick-ass playlist and you'd do this amazing class. And then you're like, I can't wait for that person to be on the schedule again. And you get to do that now every day in BODi.
Are they moving away from the taped programs?
They're moving away from releasing them more often.
Okay.
So there will still be 2 full programs. We don't know exactly like what that looks like. Like, will they be exactly the same as old programs in the past? But like Lily and I were with him while alive in November, and he let us in on the fact that he is developing the next program. We don't know exactly what that's going to visually be like. Will it just be a set of, will it be like Healthy Obsession where it's a BODi background, you know what I mean? And there's a podcast, or will it be like a traditional set and they're just fully filmed?
7:55.
Yeah, like Sure Thing. Yeah. So we don't have that kind of information, but we do know twice a year there will be a program release.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And like things that were on BODi before that will now continue on the main platform, like as far as we're concerned for nutrition, new recipes. I believe they're going to start releasing them monthly instead of every Monday, is what I've kind of cued into, but I don't know that that was a great source. So, but under this new recipes, there will just continue to be new recipes coming in. So, that's something you want to watch for and come back to. Because I have to say, I mean, the stuff they've been releasing, like so many of them, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, this is so delicious. So many good recipes on there. What else was I going to say about this? But it's all, now this should be what anyone has access to. This is like the opening tile. So if you just have BOD, you should still be able to see some of this. And my guess is you'd be locked out of maybe the basics or the To Be Mindset stuff. But you could have like a learn more, you could watch some videos and trailers. And speaking of trailers, we've all been, let's go. Oh, that's funny. It like went back to the old look of programs. Okay, let's go back here. So, in BODi for fitness, we'll just do this real quick. There's several BODi blocks. This is periodization training. It means we are on for 3 weeks. We are like in it, right? We are training like athletes for 3 weeks. And then week 4 is an up week, which means we give our body a bit of a break. We still have some good workouts, but we have more rest and recovery. And what they found in studies is that people who are like this 3-week on, 1 week off tend to stick to their plan longer. So they feel like in that 1 week, they get some refreshment, they get, they just kind of get ready for the next set of 3 weeks. Knowing that you're on for 3 weeks at a time also helps just help you maintain that focus on continuing to give your workouts effort. So we have these BODi blocks now, and if you go into the BODi blocks, you can watch the trailers for each block, and it'll talk about what's in that block, what it means. The different trainers, they did a great job with these trailers. I'm telling you, you're going to watch them and you're just going to want to do them all, because they're like, you're like, okay, that sounds amazing. I want to do that. And so any BODi block is going to start on the first Monday of each month. So everything is going to be around this periodization training of first Monday of each month. We are on, right? You go through, it tells you the workouts you do. So it is like a program. You're not kind of out in the dark of, okay, do I have to go pick something? Is that the right thing? It's telling you exactly what to do. And then the last piece, so go and check those out. The last piece that I have not gone into quite enough yet, but I am in Petra's group, is the mindset tile. So you can get a badge here if you watch the 2 mindset videos, right? So here you are with Petra, and she's giving you the information about how to take your first steps with mindset. Petra is going to be woven into so much more of what we do with mindset information. She has a Facebook group that's kind of start getting rolling right now. There's live videos that she does, I believe, on Fridays to talk about mindset ideas. So I'm in the group. I have not fully, dove into this just yet, but it is going to be more prevalent in everything we do, which I think is awesome. Mariana.
Who's Petra?
Petra Kolber she wrote The Perfection Detox. Amongst fitness people, she is considered a mindset expert. Remember when she was announced, like Christine Dwyer, who's like has always been a fitness instructor in fitness, was like freaking out, like, this is amazing. She is the shit.
Has anyone read her book here?
I have not, but it is on my list to go. Have you read it, Carol? Did you say, I thought you put your hand up.
No, I was going to say that I think they also announced there will be master classes. So similar to the master classes that you've seen, they're going to have specific ones for BODi. Sorry. So I thought that sounded really interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has anybody else read? I got to scroll through my little windows here. Has anybody read her book? I've been thinking lately too, that we should have a book in our group just to talk about and read. So maybe we'll do the Perfection Detox.
This would be a perfect first book.
It would be, right? To start out March and be able to discuss it.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's work on that, everybody. She just brings, like, everybody I've heard from just seems super excited to have her as part of this. And I mean, we all know, like, my topic tonight is all about mindset, and it is the thing. It is the piece that's needed to get us to our goals, to get us to our lifestyle changes, to keep those lifestyle changes. It is all about our mindset. So we now have that as a focus, and that's exactly how we get this health esteem, lifestyle, and progress happening and continuing. So anything that you guys would I miss on this new BODi change? Anything you want to interject?
The for beginners only BODi block, super block, is available to everyone to do. And the other super blocks are only unlocked if you purchase a subscription to specific nutrition items, or you purchase the super block. And if you do, if you have an order of Shakeology, or if you on for a month, you get your body block for free. Or if you have a order of Recover and Energize, or if you have a Go and Glow Recover, or a
Make it
order,
muscle, yeah, all
Yeah.
of it.
all of that. So if you have an active subscription that ships for that month, then you get your super block for free.
I believe it's $29 if you're purchasing.
Yes.
And I've also seen two things. One says you get this 6 months later in the library. One says you don't. Because I don't know, there was some conflicting information. So do we know, is there an FAQ that anybody's read? I'm going off hearsay.
They put out a bunch of FAQs, but I haven't gone through them
I
yet.
did read something about that. I know that you can go back and do the regular body blocks. So like in April, you can search for the March body blocks, but not the super blocks.
Oh, so you're saying, so if like I did the all body in March, but I want to do the March iron in April,
Yes.
I could go back and do those classes that it had assigned.
Yes, there's going to be a fitness tile apparently on your home screen under body, and you can click on that and search for the old body blocks.
Okay, that's interesting.
I read that today too.
That's the difference between just body block and super block, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
so body blocks are available to anyone with body.
I
Super block.
don't know that the super blocks are ever going to be available unless you purchase them.
That's what I wonder, if you're either on subscription or purchase. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, we need to look that one up probably. But the super block is a different animal from the regular body blocks. If you have body, you have access to the body blocks. Super block, you'll need to have a little extra piece. It is a bonus. It's you know, that super trainer, like we have Lacey this month, which is open to everybody because it's the first month, but then we have Autumn with 21-day fix, which is surely going to be a popular body block because who hasn't done 21-day fix?
So the FAQ for body super blocks overview says that they will not be, go back, sorry, I scrolled past it. Will super blocks move into the body library? No, these will not be part of the library and will remain a premium offering.
There we go. Okay, so you will not get them 6 months later.
But however, once unlocked, your super block will remain in your own library permanently.
Oh,
for
okay,
as long as you're a body member. Yeah.
So if you had it, like you were on Shakeology, like during the 21-day fix, because you really wanted that one, but then you skipped it the next month, you still get access to it because it was unlocked at one point. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, one more time. If you're subscribed to Body with like all of the bells and whistles today, do you still get access to body blocks or do you have to pay for body blocks separately?
You get access to the iron, all body, beginners only, and bike body block all the time as a body member. No additional things required. If you want to do the super block, which is a super trainer block, right? There's only one each month and it's a different super trainer each month. That's where the additional comes in. Either you're on a subscription to get it for free or you pay the $29. Does that make sense?
No. The subscription.
Let's say this. Are you on Shakeology?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're on Shakeology, you're gonna have access to everything once you have body.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. So you have a subscription to Shakeology, whatever, and that allows you access to everything, including the super trainers. But if I'm just paying for a subscription of Body, I don't have access to super trainer body blocks unless I pay for that.
Correct.
Huzzah!
We got it.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go through this a lot. It's just the way it's gonna be, which is fine.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Steph, I didn't see you on there. You know, it's all new, but like super exciting. This type of training is going to be something that feels new and fresh every month, which is really exciting because, you know, I mean, well, we have access to so many programs. I'm finding now that I've been using BODi, I'm a little more excited about the BODi classes than the programs, because it's just like the music and the vibe and just the way the trainers are, like, you feel like you get to know them and they're themselves, and I don't know, their personalities just really shine through. So I think it'll be really great.
And this sort of gives you a way to know what to do, because when there's so many body workouts on there, it's like, well, what do I do next? Like, especially if you're used to doing a program. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, you want to know that you're helping whatever goal you're trying to reach too. Like, am I going to get stronger with this body block? Versus, am I just willy-nilly doing stuff and I'm doing too much cardio and not enough lifting? Well, now you don't have to worry about that. It's all done for you, and done in a way like this. Sure Thing was done in the same way. You have 3 weeks of intense workout, and then you have 1 week of up week, right? Which is a deload week, a week where you're giving yourself that chance to recover so that you can go into week 5 on fire again.
Did we love Sure Thing? I still haven't checked it out.
I do love it. I again miss my music, but
Is there no music?
Spotify playlist, so I survived through it. But I do love Megan's moves and the way the program runs.
Is it
There's
better?
There's music, but it's like background music.
Yeah, it's just the background stuff that's like,
Yeah. It's not.
How is it in relation to MBF?
Different. It is different. How would I? Each
It's not as
feels
fast.
really different.
Yeah. And it doesn't go as fast as MBF, I think. MBF just felt like you were constantly trying to keep up.
The workout goes by really fast.
It
but
goes by
you don't
fast,
feel like you're like flailing all over the place doing, like for the EMOMs, they're way different.
Yeah.
They're very structured. You only have like 3 moves that you do, and she walks you through them instead of giving you 4 moves and you have no idea what's next.
Yeah. And
it's like
and
you saw me do that program, Lily.
The way you go from endurance to power endurance to deload week, it's like I've forgotten everything I'm doing in between there, because every workout just feels different in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, you are repeating some moves, but you did them 2 weeks ago. So it's not like you can even remember what you did 2 weeks ago, which I like. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, hell no, I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't have done the body weight burnout today if I had remembered the body weight burnout from before, because I had a day today and I was like, I got to do it. And I just started it and I was like, oh God, this is ridiculous. Why did you kayak for 2 hours and then do this, you idiot? It was bad. But I didn't remember it.
Now I'm just jealous that you kayaked for 2 hours.
It was amazing. But anyways, I was like, this wasn't the day to go kayaking and then do this workout. I almost died.
Yeah, I have to not remember a workout in order to repeat it. Otherwise, I got no shot if I know what's coming. Well, good. All right. So anything else we missed with BODi? Hi, Kelly. BODi changes.
We were talking about earlier. So if you do the live classes, the live BODi classes, now you might be in one of the BODi blocks in March. So like if you did the live Mwala and Sean T workout that was crazy good, you will, and you were in the cast, you will be in the cast in that workout playing, because it's the recording of that specific workout that we did.
So basically just look for Lily in every workout in the iron block.
I didn't do that many, but I did do that one. And that was awesome.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Well, we'll shift gears. So the other topic I had for tonight is how we identify in relation to our nutrition. So not, she, he, they. We're how we like think about ourselves. So this stemmed off of, and I'm sure Jess won't mind, we were having a conversation about, you are a Mariana. We were having a conversation about, like, Jess was feeling like it's like a little bit of a rebellion when she has like what she calls like a bad food, right? Like a pizza, or you have a hot dog, and it's kind of like this rebellion kind of thing. And we were talking about, well, how do you think about yourself in terms of those things? And in terms of any whatever your food quirk is, like I always thought of myself as a coffee person. Like, you were going to have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands. I'm never giving up coffee. This is part of my life. I love this part. This is amazing. And here I am. I drink coffee maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Some weeks it doesn't show up. Some weeks it's 4 times, but it's no longer the vice that it used to be. And that took a series of thinking about myself differently. Like, well, what if I'm not a coffee drinker? What if I just am concerned with having a different form of caffeine or no caffeine at all? Like, what does that feel like? What does that look like? And you think about, sometimes people think about themselves as, like I hear about it in terms of weight, like I'm the chubby person, right? In the group of people, or I'm this person in the group. So what I want you to think about, what are the thoughts you have around yourself and food that maybe if you tweak that thought a bit, turn it around, change it to something else, impacts your nutrition, impacts your journey on this, impacts your goals, where you're headed, how you get there. Does that make sense? Because I feel like I'm going around in a little bit of a circle.
I think it makes sense. Something I do every morning without fail is I drink a Celsius and eat a protein muffin. And Lent is coming up. It's coming in hot, friends. So all my Catholic friends, figure out what you're giving up for Lent, because it sneaks up on me every year. But this year I was determined to be prepared for Ash Wednesday. So this year I'm going to give it up. And I really don't know what I'm going to do with myself except for swap out probably Energize. And I don't really know if that's like a better idea, but like kickstarting my day with that level of caffeine. Lily's like, no, just don't do it.
Well, it's better than Celsius. I'll give you that.
That's
better.
200 milligrams of caffeine and a great way to start the day, and legal in all 50 states.
But right.
So Energize.
But you have a concept that you need to start your day like that.
I think it's not that I don't need it. It's that it's the habit.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's the habit of going to the refrigerator, opening it, and then going on with my day and sitting down to do my job.
Right.
I think that's what I'm excited. I think that's what I'm most excited about for during Lent, is to give that up and to see how it shifts.
Yes. It will shift too. Because I think, I know when I've given up things, I get into it and I'm like, why was that so important? Or I'm, it's really fine without it. And it's like one of those things, because like I'll keep using coffee as an example, but like I still love the taste of coffee, but I don't love how I feel as compared to another caffeine source or no caffeine. So it's like there's something on the other end that I have to be like, how do I want to feel today? So instead of the focus of I've got to have this to pull me through my afternoon, it's like, but how do I feel after? How do I want to feel today? How much do I want to feel like I've had coffee versus Energize? I like having Energize in the afternoon now. It's a much more even keel for me.
So how do you start your morning then?
I have Energize. I have 2 Energize a day. So it's 200 milligrams of caffeine total in my day.
Oh.
I have them usually like water up to here in 1 scoop. And then I just drink it through my whole morning. And just kind of have it. So but the green tea caffeine is like, sometimes in the afternoon, I'll have a matcha latte. And that it's just different. The green tea caffeine is different. How I don't have any down from it. Whereas when I've had coffee, I have some down from it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some days I just really want the flavor. So I'm willing to put up with it. But, this could center, like a lot of people look at this too, like with drinking. That's usually a much better example. You have, like, if you think of yourself as a drinker, then you're going to drink in situations even when you don't necessarily care about drinking. But if you think of yourself in terms of, I have alcohol when I want it, that's a different look, right? So you may not be influenced by someone else being, oh, are you going to have a drink? Because then it's kind of like, I don't think I am today, and you're fine with it. But if you think of yourself as a drinker or someone that needs to drink when other people are drinking, then you'll have the drink, even if it doesn't matter to you, or it's not, you know, it's not something that's important at the time.
Well, and sometimes your image of what you are to others, when you try to transition away from something, like a lot of times, okay, this is not food related, but smokers. I used to be a smoker. And all the smokers go out to one location and they all smoke. And they all pretty much go together. It's like a mass exodus that occurs, especially if you ever worked in the food industry. It's like right before it gets really busy. It's like everybody takes their turn to get outside to smoke before you get slammed. But they look at you like, well, are you not, why are you not going out? Like, I mean, it's time. Like,
Yeah.
it's, you know, this is what's the expectation. So it's really literally the same thing with food, but we don't even, it's been so normalized that we don't even see it. Like often, you know, you'll hear, now they call it a food pusher, you know, the mom or whoever, grandma, that, you know, wants you to finish whatever food is still left. Like, oh, you know, you can do it, you know, here, let me get this. Like, it does not need to be finished as badly as she wants it to be finished. But, you know, that desire of somebody else, it challenges what you feel you want. And it can be hard to stand firm in those moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I've faced them so many times. I cannot even tell you over the years, due to all of the nutritional differences that I have based upon my family. So much so that my father has even said, I just don't even know how to cook for your family. It's just like, oh my gosh, so drama. So, yeah, I think that can be one of the most challenging parts. So to have like a community like this, and to really have the decision in your head, like, this is what I want and this is why I'm doing it. Like how Deanna was saying, she doesn't want to feel the way the coffee makes her feel. She might like the smell, the flavor, you know, I'm the same way with coffee. I used to drink 1.5 pots a day. I love coffee, but it makes me feel horrific. So I just don't have it. So.
And I think there's like this switch that happens when you decide you're empowered with your no, versus pleasing whatever's happening, or even just kind of giving into whatever goal you've set for yourself. There is a really great sense of pride that time when you've been like, you know what, I don't need that, I'm good. And someone's been asking you about it, or even just on your own, and you're like, wow, that felt really good. It's like you're standing up for yourself, I feel like, where you're just like, I'm the priority, and it's okay. Like the no means more than just kind of going along with what's happening. But sometimes I feel like when we identify with a food trait or with something that we have been doing all this time, that's the part it's hard to break, right? If you've always been the party girl and the one who's, you know, first to the tequila shots, then it's going to be a really unique experience when you're not anymore. But you know, people will get used to it. And I mean, they're going to talk about whatever they want to talk about, regardless of what you do anyway. So it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, whether you do or don't do what the pusher wants, food or liquor or whatever, smoker, right? They're going to talk about it regardless anyway. So it doesn't really matter. What matters is how you feel about it, because you can change your mindset on feeling great about the decision you made versus feeling like, okay, that's one more time I just failed myself. right? Because that's most of the time how we talk to ourselves, like, "Nah, yeah, I guess you can't. You didn't do it again." So it's putting that stop on that kind of thing and really just saying, okay, what do I really, like, what am I changing the thought around what I identify with, what I think I should do versus what I want to do to feel good. And the crazy part is you get like, I mean, everybody talks about how you like, you can make those changes, and they're literally like, right now I can decide to make that change and follow through with it and keep following through with it. And it's done. I mean, you're gonna have to keep saying no. You're gonna have to keep following whatever you want to follow, right? You're gonna have to change that identity, but you get to do it anytime you want and keep up with it. And other people will figure it out. But I think sometimes, depending on the situation you're in, it feels hard because people don't understand why you're not doing it anymore. Does that make sense? Like, people, they're used to you a certain way. Like, I was just up in Spokane with my friend, and she's used to me drinking coffee all the time. And so, like, she was like, should we have a pot ready when you get up? And I'm like, I'm okay. I can like be awake for a few hours now and not have to have caffeine. I know it's weird. But in the old days, I'd like cut somebody, right? Like, get me some coffee. I am awake. It's time. And that's how I identified. I thought, like, I thought of myself as that person. Like, I have to have coffee as soon as I wake up. That's the person I am. Turns out I'm not. Because I decided to do it different. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think you're identifying with? Or what's something that you think you'd like to shift, but it feels hard?
I used to be the same way. And then we did gut protocol, and I went off of coffee for 50 something days and no alcohol, and which I thought I'd never ever do in my life. Not have decaf or regular coffee. And now I don't have it every day. I might have a matcha latte or just tea or something, but it's definitely changed for me. I don't have to have it anymore. It's not something that I have to have every single day. So definitely
Yeah,
a different
Christina,
mindset.
you have a question?
No, I just wanted to say that I'm just having a really hard time right now with nutrition in general, and having a positive mindset. As a little background, I'm going through the beginnings of a divorce right now, and I'm just feeling a lot of anxiety and a lot of sadness and a lot of different emotions. And on a day-to-day basis, like, I'm not eating consistently, I'm not sleeping, I'm not treating my body very well. And I'd like to change that because I think it would help in the long run, obviously, me feel better. But like today I ate a banana and that's all I ate all day. I just have no appetite. I don't want food. And I don't know how to change that. It's just really hard.
Yeah. I mean, that is hard because it's like I don't have this like magical statement to be like, oh, you should just do this. But it's like it's like this combination of giving yourself grace because you're going through an extremely stressful time.
Yeah.
And the chemistry in your body is different too, right? Like,
Right.
your hunger hormones are probably non-existent, and other parts of your body, and you have higher cortisol levels, and there's just so much happening. And so it's like coming at yourself as if you were coming at your friend going through this, to
Yeah.
be like, what can I do for myself? What's going to feel really good right now if I do that for myself? And
Yeah.
thinking about it in that
That's
term.
what
Yeah.
that's what I've been trying to do, is just I don't do it every day, but I'm trying to drink my shakes at least. If I don't eat anything else, I try to at least do that. I try to work out, because that always makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the what do you call it? That morning health shot thing. What's that
Oh yeah,
called?
first thing. Yeah.
Thing. Yeah, I try to take that in the morning. And so even if I don't eat anything all day, at least I know I've done a couple good things for myself.
Yeah,
And I know I'll get
embracing that you've
the
done those,
nutrition.
right? Like, yeah, give yourself credit for doing those things. That's big.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just weird because like I've lost 10 pounds and I haven't even tried, and it's not a healthy way to, my friend said like, I don't think that's a very healthy weight loss plan. And I said, I agree. I'm not trying to. I mean, I've wanted to lose weight for a long time, but I'm just not eating. And I just have no interest in food whatsoever. And that'll change, I know. But it's just everything's just really bad right now.
Yeah. I'm
So
so
anyway, I just wanted to
I'm
share.
sorry you have to you're going through it all, but it's I think you're really doing a great job of recognizing the things that you want to do for yourself. And that's so key. And the fact that you're here tonight, right? You want to continue to do what you can for yourself and to lean in. Too
Yeah,
many times we like get into a stressful situation and then we abandon the things that help us feel good.
yeah, that's me. I
But not
let stress affect
but now,
too much.
right? You're identifying with doing these things that are helpful. So now you're not doing it now. You're
Yeah,
leaning in.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. That helps.
Yeah, and
It helps
just keep
people.
adding in what you can add in, right? And know that days are going to look different. You're going to feel different, but
Yeah,
just continuing to show yourself grace and really doing like being like, what would really help me right now? If it's a nap, if it's a sandwich or whatever it is, right? Like what's going to help me right now so I can continue to get through this.
yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's also, as Deanna said, like all the things that you like, you said that you're doing, and it's like so much like, oh, I'm doing it, and it was like nothing, like it wasn't adding up for the good. But I feel like often, well, the way we're programmed from just ancestry to look for what's wrong here, to protect ourselves. And in
Yeah,
real life, instead of, running away from bears and lions and stuff like that, it's like, well, what did I do wrong today? And instead of focusing on all the things that you did that were beneficial.
yeah,
So, and really place more focus in your mind, like recognize and acknowledge for all those things that you're doing, and ignore that negative voice that tells you, but I didn't do this. Every time you hear, but I didn't, I should have, it
yeah.
would have been, it would have been better. Anytime you hear would, should, could, like, no, you just shut that person down. This is what I did. I did this. So, and I do
That's
this
what
for myself every single day. So,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome because that's one issue I have is just focusing more on the things I'm not doing than the things I'm doing that are good for me. So I need to change my mindset in that sense. Yeah.
Definitely. And I don't know if anybody has any like podcasts or book recommendations. I'm trying to think of something that would be, I'll have to look some
Yeah.
stuff up and see if there's something good to kind of, it's always nice to keep something in your ear too,
You
especially
Are a Badass by Jen Sincero.
it's always the best book. Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
think she's listened to that one.
yeah, you have to
Haven't you listened
tolerate
to that
the
one,
F-bomb,
Christina?
but
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I was pretty sure you have, but it's always good to re-listen.
Mm. And I do really, I often recommend the Life Coach School Brooke Castillo has a lot of, she went through a divorce too, maybe 2 years ago-ish. But she always just has a really great way of reframing how you're thinking about something and helping you reframe how you think about things. So there's exercises you can do to come at things differently.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
And
helpful.
keep coming. We're here. We're here to cheer you on and, help you through.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. It's very helpful.
I don't know if I have anything else left with the whole identify thing. I think it's one of those things that I like, if I find something's kind of hard or like I'm stuck on, I'm kind of like, well, why can't I change this, or what's happening? And then I kind of think about, well, how am I thinking about it? So it's one of those things that I think you just kind of bring up with yourself often and be like, do I really need to do that? What is my thought around this? Am I just doing it because I think that's what I should do or who I am, but I can change that at any point? So maybe it's not something that's serving me anymore. There's so many things that we are in the habit of that we've done for so long. And maybe now is a different season and we don't need it anymore and it doesn't matter anymore. But we're not quite sure how to shift it. And so it really is just kind of looking at the things, how it's benefiting you, what it looks like, how you're thinking about foods and things like that. And figuring out, is it still something for you? Is it still part of how you're identifying things? Oh, my child's calling me because he probably wants a ride from the gym. That kid. He doesn't realize he has another parent that is not on the phone or on a call. So are there any questions tonight about anything we've talked about, anything nutrition plan related or anything over the last, week? Anybody wants to chat about? Okay. Let's see. I just set the date for the next meal prep class. It's March 5th. And so that will be the day before we start our BODi blocks. So you can get yourself all meal prepped and ready to go. And then let's see, what's tomorrow's Funky Friday? It's at Valentine's Colors? Or no, Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Super Bowl.
Okay, so you can either pick your team, you can just wear something sports ball, as my other child will call it. He's like, is there a sports ball game today? Yeah. He's not really into the sports ball stuff. So yeah, so anything Super Bowl related. I think I'm cheering for the Eagles because they have more ducks. So, right, Stephanie? Whoever has the most ducks, that's who I want.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the answer.
All right. Yeah. And then we haven't even done any labels in a while. So if anybody has anything new label wise they want to bring next week or any of that, we can chat about it. All right. Am I
Sounds
missing
good.
anything?
No.
Okay.
Picture.
If you're
Yeah.
doing the self-esteem group,
Oh, that yeah, the health esteem
bet.
bet group
yeah.
Yes. That ends this Sunday.
ends
The
on
last
Sunday.
one.
So make sure you got your logging done.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. We'll go through and check through that. And we were talking about as coaches that it sounds like a lot of people enjoyed that group, liked kind of having a little bit on the line to do it again. So we're discussing what months we'd do it in, maybe 3 months a year type thing to keep that one going. It was a lot of fun. And maybe we'll have, yeah.
What was that? I missed that.
So yeah, so we did a health esteem bet. So in the past, we've done like the diet bet style bets where it was based on weight loss. And we really didn't want to do the weight loss piece of it. We wanted to make sure that people were getting their habits in place so that it can take them to whatever goal they're working on, right? Because not everybody is trying to lose weight. But it also, you know, it just kind of included more people, but also felt really good about what you were accomplishing at the end. So in the 4-week time, you needed to log 20 workouts and 20 Shakeology or Recover or Energize. We left it up to 3 different nutritionals depending on what people were on. So you're logging 20 of each in that 4-week period. So you're really getting into that habit of doing those daily things. And then, so $20 buy-in. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, we'll split the pot with everybody that made it through or, you know, hit their goal.
Yeah, I missed that one, but I've been a little busy.
Well, the good news is I think we're going to have another one where we're talking about possibly May. So yeah, so there'll be another one coming, and then, you know, you can do any workout you want. And I feel like with the diet bet, we were so the focus was on the weight loss. And so were you really doing things just to lose the weight, or were you losing the weight in a way that was sustainable? It's like,
And healthy.
you know, you didn't want people starving themselves just to get to the 4%. You wanted someone that you want people to come in and have something that even after the 4 weeks, they're going to be able to continue doing it. And the weight's not going to come back on because all along you've been doing these things. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have another one again, probably 2 more this year. We're just trying to figure out the right months to put them in, and yeah, be a good time. All right, ladies, I'll take your picture. So everybody smile big. We ready? Get in there, Beth. Okay. Here we go. All right, great to see everybody tonight. And
Bye, guys.
we'll
Good to
see
see
you in the workout, Jim.
Bye,
See you
friends.
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, I think I think we're all working out at 10.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a bunch so far. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 Pacific.
10 Pacific.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you off tomorrow, Kelly?
Here, I'll end.